Finally! No, wait. Let's do this right. Finally! I have returned to YouTube. I told you guys I was going to do this yesterday. I didn't. Work just took every bit of energy out of me. It was like that. Excuse me one second. Just getting some tea. But I'm doing it today. Just for you guys. It would normally be Midweek Wednesday, but I canceled that show. Because no one was watching it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta let something go, you gotta let something go. This I'm not letting go. It is time for this. Payback prediction night. Now, there might be a last minute change to this, and I will talk about it, and if so, I will give my prediction for that match. It's not going to be a new match. Well, it's going to be a new match, but the competitors are basically changing, kind of. They're keeping it's, you know, it'll ruin it if I tell you guys now. I'll wait till we get to that match. First things first, you got your pre-show. Your pre-show is, to me, pretty self-explanatory. Sheamus wins this hands down. Now, I've told you guys from day one that this rivalry is stupid, and it's still stupid. It's horrible. They've done nothing good at all. Okay? Next thing would be either your United States title or your Intercontinental title. And I think it's going to be the United States title because the United States title was added last. The Intercontinental title has been having this feud for maybe the past couple weeks. They just added this United States title on Raw. So it's Kane versus Dean Ambrose. They're not going to have Dean Ambrose lose it this fast. Dean Ambrose is too damn good to lose it this fast. He might lose the match by like disqualification, but he's not going to lose. So that's what I'm going to go with. They're going to go back and forth. Kane is going to be able to chokeslam, or is about to chokeslam Dean Ambrose, and the other two Shield guys come out and attack Kane. Now, this would also be a good place to do the whole storyline, like I said, for what they did on for the Elimination Chamber. Have this be the end of the Shield, if it happens. But to me, from what I'm reading, it looks like it's not. I've got a lot of stuff for you guys that you guys might like. Now, let's see here. I think Dean Ambrose keeps his title, so there's no title switching hands there. He's probably going to keep it by DQ. Okay. Next, I think would be your Divas Championship match, Caitlyn versus AJ. Now, when I do these, some of them I do on who I want to win, some of them I do on who I think is going to win, and most of them I do on who I know is going to win that match. This one is who I want to win. AJ needs to win this. It's okay if Dolph Ziggler wins, which I think he will, because if you guys go back and you look at the past Money in the Bank winners, they haven't won it. They haven't kept it for only one or two pay-per-views and then lost it. Because technically, Dolph Ziggler has not defended his world title, especially at a pay-per-view, because he was out for Extreme Rules. So they're going to have Dolph Ziggler hold this thing for a couple months, maybe all the way up through SummerSlam even, maybe all the way up through Hell in a Cell, maybe, but who knows? Because usually when you win the Money in the Bank, they got big plans for you. And Dolph Ziggler, they didn't have him cash it in until the day after WrestleMania, so they got some pretty big plans for him. No one's cashed in on WrestleMania. Whoever wins Money in the Bank this year, I hope, like, if it was like Ryback or something, that would be kind of cool. Now, I hope AJ wins this. AJ needs to win this title. To your Intercontinental title, it's looking like, since Fandango's now out, I was gonna have Fandango winning this because he's getting this big push. But who's getting a bigger push now? Curtis Axel is actually getting a bigger push. He is now in this match since Fandango can't compete. Barrett loses, and Curtis Axel probably pins like The Miz or something, and Curtis Axel wins this title. He deserves it. He's doing a great job right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is doing a awesome job. He needs a belt. Paul Heyman knows how to pick his guys. I know it's all storyline, but when you talk wrestling, you get into it. And now I'm talking wrestling. I'm getting into this stuff. Now, Curtis Axel knows what to do, and he's been a champion before, as Michael McGillicuddy, and I was the tag team champion with like David Otunga, and I believe he was once with Heath Slater, but that was part of Nexus. Next would be your World Tag Team title match. This is the match I was talking to you guys about. This is the match that might change at the last minute. It might change either at Payback, or it might change at on SmackDown. But I'm still going to give you both ways. For this way, which is the tag team titles, it's going to be the Shield winning this. Now, SmackDown spoiler alert. Wee woo, wee woo, woo woo. SmackDown spoiler alert. Here's your SmackDown main event. You have the Shield versus Team Hell No and Daniel Bryan, okay? The Shield lose for the first time ever in a six-man tag team match. Legitimately lose. Not by DQ, but they get, someone taps out. I think it's Dean Ambrose taps out or something like that. One of them taps out to the LaBelle lock. That's what it's really called. This whole no lock, it's great for his character, but it's the LaBelle lock. So that's what happens on SmackDown. Now, that is a spoiler. I am sorry, but that's what happens. But like I said, the Shield win this. The other way they could do that they're thinking about doing this match is taking this match and scrapping it because they want to push a new tag team, and they're thinking about doing the Usos versus the Shield. That to me will not be too good. But another match that they're thinking of is Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, and that's where Randy Orton might turn heel at. And that would be a good idea. Have Randy Orton turn heel against Daniel Bryan, and like basically like, yeah, you know what, you are the weak link, so I'm gonna kick your ass, and basically just have him wail on him, just make this be his heel turn. If you look at that smirk on his face on the poster, it's saying, I'm turning heel tonight, I'm turning heel tonight, you people. Come on. You just look at his face. It's like a Joker smile. You want to know where he got those scars? Daniel Bryan probably kicked him in the face. He's doing a great job too. I told you guys on Raw that their plans for Money in the Bank are to have Daniel Bryan versus John Cena for the WWE title. Now, this is Daniel Bryan's official WWE title push. They are not gonna. They hate it. They absolutely hate it when they have a guy holding multiple titles because they can't book him for two matches like that. They can't be like, okay, well, you're going to come in here for the United States title, and then you got to rest up and come in here for like the WWE title, kind of like the Miz was whenever he was the dual title. That's why they had to get it off of him. Because once they got it off of him, he cashed in Money in the Bank and basically won the WWE Championship. Because he was the tag team champion with, I believe, the Big Show and the United States champion. But that's why they got that. I guess you could say that's kind of like why they reduced it down to penny titles. But they don't like people holding more than one title. So Daniel Bryan is not going to be winning the tag team titles again yet. In the future, maybe. So him and Orton lose. If they do fight together, That's gonna be a hard one. If Daniel Bryan and Orton do wrestle each other, I think Randy Orton might lose, so Daniel Bryan would win that because it's a Daniel Bryan push. So I just added an extra match just in case if it is changed at the last minute. Next would be your world title match: Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. You gotta roll your R's to be able to do it. I can do it. So, thank you. I know you're probably clapping. Thank you. But like I said, Money in the Bank winners usually hold the title for more than a couple months. They hold it long. So they're not gonna have Dolph's gonna win this. Yeah, he might have some ring rust, but they're not gonna have him win. They're not gonna have him lose this. Del Rio loses by, I don't know. He gets zigzagged. I don't know. This is a match that we would all be waiting for. Not the 3 Stages of Hell match, but the other match that we would all be waiting for. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. Now, their plans for this, they're actually planning on having 2 people turn heel. They said if it's not going to be Randy Orton turning heel, it's going to be Daniel Bryan turning heel. Okay? So we might see a Daniel Bryan heel turn at Payback, if not Randy Orton. And the other guy is Chris Jericho. Unfortunately, Chris Jericho looks like he might be turning heel come near the beginning or the end or on Smackdown. But near the beginning of this match or the end of this match, Jericho's somewhere at Payback or Smackdown or just here in the next few days is turning heel. So don't be at all surprised if that happens. And it's CM Punk's hometown. It's Chicago, Illinois. Okay? You gotta have CM Punk win this. He's been on a downfall ever since he lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. But like I said, Chicago. You can't have Punk lose in his hometown. In the Windy City. He's the Second City Saint. He held the title, excuse my Paul Heyman this year, but he held the title for 434 days. He is my client, CM Punk. He's not my client, Brock Lesnar. He is CM Punk. He is a straight edge man. You know what? I follow CM Punk's straight edge ways. And I've told you guys this. I love CM Punk's straight edge ways. Now, I'm not going to shave my head for it or get tattoos for it, but as long as you commit to it, you can do it. And I've committed. So, I'm 22 years old. I turned 23 on the day that the Earth was supposed to go kaboom last year in 2012. Now, if you can commit, it's much easier. So, I think CM Punk is winning this, but somewhere down the line, Chris Jericho is turning heel. If Jericho does indeed turn heel, he could very well win this match, because a heel Jericho is very good. They also need to put a belt on him, whether it's the World Heavyweight Champion, whether it's the WWE Champion, whether it's the Tag Team Champions. Jericho needs a belt. Jericho does awesome with belts. If you watch some of his old matches where he's held a belt, whether it was Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 24 where he was the Intercontinental Champion, or where he was at WrestleMania 26 and he was part of Jericho holding the tag team title, one half of the unified tag team titles at the time, going against Carlito and Primo at WrestleMania 26, Jericho does a fantastic job as a champion. Jericho needs a championship. I don't care what belt it is. Hell, that could be John Cena's last match. He loses the belt to Jericho and he retires. Who knows? But Jericho needs it. I mean, I know he's not going to be there every week because he's going to be with Fozzy a lot, but now it's time for the 3 stages of hell prediction. Wait, what am I talking about? Prediction. I already told you guys who I know is going to win. And this is a guarantee on who's winning this match. John Cena is winning this match. Not Ryback. This is probably the last time we'll see John Cena versus Ryback. Because they're thinking about doing either Ryback versus Big Show at SummerSlam, or they're thinking about doing Big E Langston versus Mark Henry, or Big E Langston versus Big Show at SummerSlam. So somewhere down the line too, we're getting a Big E Langston babyface turn. Okay. Cena is winning this match hands down. Okay. Ryback is not winning. Now, he will win a round. He I believe will win the tables round, because if you look at Ryback, what has he done recently? God, that's hard to think of. Oh yeah, he's put people through damn tables. He hurt Kofi Kingston. How? Putting him through 3 tables. He hurt well, he didn't really hurt him, but he put John Cena through a table. He put Daniel Bryan through a table. He put Kane through a table. He put John Cena through a table at Extreme Rules. Now, John Cena, yes, indeed, did put him through a table. And yes, John Cena does indeed put Ryback through a table on Smackdown. But that doesn't mean I don't think John Cena's winning. Look, count how many tables Ryback's destroyed with people recently, during and after Extreme Rules. Count the number of tables Ryback has broken. Wooden tables, that is. Count. Ryback is winning the tables match part. John Cena is winning the lumberjack match part, but Ryback is winning the tables match part. There's only been 3 other 3 stages of hell match. 2 of them have held Triple H. One of them was all 3 of them have held Triple H. One was against Stone Cold at No Way Out in 2001, I believe it was, and Triple H won the first 2 rounds. Second was against Shawn Michaels, and that was either at SummerSlam or that was at Armageddon 2001 or 2002 or 2003, somewhere around there. It was around. It was like around the time where the the first elimination chamber was at Survivor Series. It was after then, or before then, one of the 2. And then you had Triple H versus Randy Orton. And how many of these have Triple H lost? 2. How many has he won? 1. He lost 1 to Randy Orton, and he lost 1 to Shawn Michaels. Now, Triple H isn't in this. Triple H is done wrestling, basically. He turned down the match to Curtis Axel on Monday after he won it, but I hope they do more. They better do more with this, because if they don't, then this whole storyline has been a waste. You need to have this story go for a couple months. But John Cena, this is John Cena's memorable match of his career. Now, why now? I don't know why now. But before John Cena was to retire, or is to retire, they wanted him to have a match that everyone would still be talking about, a match that would be a memorable match. And they said, well, what has John Cena not done? Well, let's see, he's done a ladder match, he's done a TLC match, he's done a Hell in a Cell match, an Elimination Chamber match, singles, Iron Man, I Quit. He's done them all. I think he hasn't done a submission match, but there's no one for him to really go up against in a submission match, unless he goes up against CM Punk. But they're probably not going to do that. So, like, let's do a 3 stages of hell match. And they were going to originally keep it as the name of this match, but they wanted to add more. See how John Cena is at competing in 3 matches. And this is how they do it. This is how they do John Cena's memorable match. Now, this Daniel Bryan match that they plan to have at Money in the Bank is supposed to be one of the biggest match of the year candidates. I don't think that that's going to be necessarily happening after the CM Punk, not Triple H, after the CM Punk John Cena match before WrestleMania to determine the number 1 contender for the for the WWE Championship. But the Daniel Bryan John Cena match at Money in the Bank is going to be a match of the year candidate. I'm sure so is the John Cena versus CM Punk match. I'm sure the Raw after WrestleMania is going to be the crowd of the year. They still are to me, because no one's competed. Come to Atlanta. Come to where I live, and I will get, and you will see maybe at least one person fired up to see you guys. I've never been to a live event. Would I love to go to a live event? You bet your ass I would. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this edition of Payback. Now, starting Friday, I'd work from 10 at night to 6 in the morning. So, and then that's like for 3 days. So, Monday, you guys should be able to get the Raw rerun. Smackdown is going to have to come sometime later, because I'm going to get home and I'm going to go to sleep right here on this bed. So, yeah, Smackdown's not coming to you guys this week. I'm sorry. Raw more than likely will, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, like I said earlier in the show. I just want to say thank you. This is the show for the week, or 2 shows for the week, because I brought you guys Raw. But this is the show of the week, which is Payback. All the prediction shows are going to be shows of the week. Tune in to Smackdown and see for yourself what happens. Daniel Bryan at the beginning is going to be standing in the ring, and he's going to want to break up Team Hell No. And Kane and Orton try to stop him, and that's what leads to them facing the Shield, because the Shield come out, and Orton's like, you know what, I've had my problems with the Shield too. You want some diomethane or whatever the hell it's called? And it's basically, or I don't know what it's called, but it's supposed to be like me being like Randy Orton trying to sell him drugs or something. But anyway, off that. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. I am the true YouTube World Champion. Now, something interesting on, where is it? WWE 13. I do have the THQ version, as you can see. 2K version, no, not yet. I will be getting WWE 2K14. But on WWE 13, when I get stuff to record, you guys will be seeing a new roster come in. I'm getting TNA guys. And who are they going to be competing with? They're going to be competing with ECW. I've got Raw, I've got ECW, I got TNA Impact, and I've got Smackdown. In that order. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you all